Right, and still in Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court judges on Thursday put the legal team representing President-elect William Ruto and Deputy President-elect Rigathi Gachagua on the spot over the arguments they presented before the court. Among the issues the court wanted clarity on is the apparent voter veto power held by Iebc Chairman Wafula Chebukati as far as presidential results declaration is concerned.
My second question goes to the history of independent commissions, and Professor Muigai, you sat on the CKRC together with my colleague Justice Lenaula, and you do know that the drafters of the Constitution introduced independent commissions and independent offices to deal with issues of authoritarianism, accountability, transparency, and to do away with the issue of one person having power. But from the narrative that we are hearing here in the court, there appears to be an all-powerful chair who, so what is the check for this all-powerful chair if the commissioners have nothing to do with his role? What would happen if the chair was to announce the wrong results completely, or if he was mentally incapacitated or sick, or worst case scenario, dead? Who then would announce the results?
Did you have, in your analysis, did you have any instances where voters walked into the polling station, voted for the president, and no other candidate or no other category of candidates? What in this court we call the Mwilu question, in reference to my lady the Vice President, I think arising from the 2017 question that I think my lady and my Lord Mr. Justice Mukimwanjala posed. Did you have any of those where you are issued with 5, 6 ballot papers, but you don't utilize all of them?
The blame on the events of the 9th at the tallying center, Bomas of Kenya, that the two groups of parties are placing the blame on the first and second petitioners' agents and sympathizers and supporters during the tallying and verification. Of course, we have images. Some of us, or many of us, were not there. At least the bench was not there. But we have images which we saw on TV. We cannot say anything about what exactly happened. But we just know there was commotion, and the people are throwing chairs, and even perhaps attempts to harm each other. But we cannot say anything about it ourselves as a bench. Neither were those matters before us. In these proceedings, no evidence or allegations, affidavits. We have seen the affidavits, seen the submissions, but no actually determination or delving into any evidence. So, and yet there is a request, a suggestion that we should attribute and apportion blame among the we should place the blame on some parties, particularly the petitioners, because of their agents, supporters, and therefore actually you expect, particularly I can see the submissions of the 9th respondents, and even I saw the affidavit of Professor Gulie, where he actually says he expects action to be taken to investigate those criminal election offences. So I just wanted to inquire that would you expect, having had such elaborate submissions and affidavits, would you still expect us to make a determination, apportion blame, attribute blame, yet really the matter is not before us? Neither are we witnesses, neither were we at the Bomas, neither were these matters had on merit before us. That's the question I would like you to think about and reflect. And when you come back, you will tell us whether you expect any release from us on that aspect.
In your analysis, did you have any instances where voters walked into the polling station, voted for the president and no other candidate or no other category of candidates, what in this court we call the Mwilu question, in reference to my lady the vice president, I think arising from the 2017 question that I think my lady and my lord Mr. Justice Mukimwanjala posed. Did you have any of those where you are issued with 5, 6 ballot papers, but you don't utilize all of them?
Before the chairman can go and announce the results, because we all understand nobody can tinker with the forms 34A's and B the way they have come. And you have had IEBC being likened to the Supreme Court, much to the chagrin of the judges here, because the question which was being asked, I think, by Mr. Otieno is that if 7 people are sitting on a judgment or a decision and there is a dissenting voice, why didn't the chairman tell Kenyans exactly what happened? That we conducted this election, we came to the National Tallying Center, we have these results, but some of the colleagues have a dissenting voice. They will tell Kenyans why they are dissenting.
Okay. Then finally, Mr. Kilokumi, you know, you cited King Solomon. And this court treats Holy Scriptures very seriously. You came up with, you say there is victory. Because in King Solomon's story, the protagonists were distinguished mothers. But here, you called them 2 gentlemen. But I also remember that one of the mothers who turned out, or the mother claimants, who according to Solomonic wisdom could not have been the mother, is the one who was saying, cut the baby. But the other one, I remember, said, no, let her take the baby. Because what she was interested in is to preserve the baby. Would you be willing to advise? I rest my case, CJ.